Sold.
Hey, it still didn't. Why didn't Facebook? There it is. Okay. Facebook's coming. Welcome to Morning Minutes. Myself, Michael Bergio, Mark Novak, episode 295. Pat on the back. Oh, where's the clap? Here. Applause. Well done, Team Novak. There was a great article that was just released on Manly Daily's Facebook page celebrating a sale in Freshwater, which I'm sure everybody knows, which Team Novak, in particular, Mark, was responsible for. Well done. Tell us about it. The tale of
Unbelievable. And I think this one's really close to a lot of people's hearts. On the market previously, circa 20 to 30 million. Sold technically in COVID. It's still COVID, yeah?
Yeah. I think it was more the heart of COVID. Well,
the heart of COVID, and great transaction, lovely buyer, lovely seller, good timing also, I think, on both people's behalf.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your money working for you in this low interest rate environment in shaky with stocks, with business, shaky with having money invested. So, investors are out there, developers are out there looking to get their money working better for them.
100%. I'll just bring up some photos. Just tell us a bit more about it. And let me get some photos I can share on the screen with people.
All right. So it is now, I guess it's probably unofficially the largest sale for 2020, maybe even 2019. I guess we'll see. But in terms of the magnitude of a singular sale, like we've done a lot of deals in excess of that dollar-wise, but they're multiple deals. This is one transaction. And where it is in Freshwater, guys. So if you're out of the Northern Beaches, Freshwater is probably my favourite suburb on the Northern Beaches. You've got Manly. It's where I started. It's where dreams are made of. The golden years of mine came out of Freshie. A lot of connections and friends from Freshie and clients. But, Freshie, so basically it goes, there you go. So basically Freshie is the suburb between, look, I'll make it really easy for everyone. It's between DY and Manly. Obviously, there's North Kirkhill in there, but let's keep it simple. Freshie is the suburb between DY Beach and Manly Beach for people that are out of the Northern Beaches.
Yeah, and what I think what makes this property more special and what it means for the area is it was owned by the one family for a very long time, and as you can imagine, whenever selling a property, there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of different options, and you don't necessarily know what you want to do. This type of site, they originally had plans to develop themselves and they had plans to renovate, which is okay, which is great, which is fine, which is totally understandable. But as you can imagine, from an owner's point of view, if you want to develop it, you don't offer long leases. And then from a tenant's point of view, a business point of view, you don't necessarily want to go into a property if you don't have a lease or a long lease. So we found mostly over the last couple of years, there was a lot of vacancy. A lot of businesses moved out because of the uncertainty, the different directions. And I lived in Queenscliff, just behind it. There's a lot of people in Freshwater, Northern Beaches. You can attest that whenever you got a big vacant strip of shops, you don't feel good, doesn't look good. You don't have it just sucks, to put it simply.
And you know what? It was so counterintuitive. Freshwater is probably the highest leasing per square metre on anywhere in the Northern Beaches. More than Manly, more than DY, more than Collaroy, more than Mona Vale. It's the highest rent you'll get. It's probably even trumped Neutral Bay and Mossman. So Freshwater's a big boy. It's counterintuitive to see that many shops vacant. How many shops were vacant in this site that's
at least 70%, 70, 80%. I reckon if there's 20 properties in there, there was 15, because we got a fair. Yeah, I reckon it'll be at least 15 out of 20 vacant.
Yeah.
And that's
to see all those vacant for so long was so sad.
So sad. It just means you don't have opportunity for food, your dry cleaners, your supermarkets. I've already seen a couple of comments on Facebook from the article going, bring back a supermarket. So I think you're always going to have the haters out there for anything being sold that could be a potential development site. But I think if we look at the bigger picture, having 15 empty shops in a prominent, iconic flagship suburb, that's
like
no
Freshwater.
good. A neighbourhood suburb like that. People who live in Freshwater don't want to go down to Manly to Coles. They don't want to go into DY. They don't want to go into Westfields, most likely. I know I didn't when I was living there. So it saps the life out of the suburb. And now that it's under new management, under new ownership, we're going to be launching it to find new tenants. It's going to be great. It's a great opportunity for people who want to break into the freshwater market, because the thing is, you may think, oh, it's only 15 shops. But when there's only 30 shops in Freshwater, or really 20-odd shops, there's not many. It was half of Freshwater's retail in that one building. So like
now,
yes.
What a clever purchaser. What a clever purchaser. So, to see something on the market for $20-30 million and to come along and make a pledge and purchase, like, that's someone that's believes in a suburb, believes in a community. That's someone who's willing to invest in that community, in that suburb. Now, I get the byproducts money. I get that a developer's going to make money, but these guys can put their money anywhere in Australia, right? Yeah. And where they invest, the residual from that investment of making money and investing money, the residual from that is building better community. So, you can imagine, I just can't wait to see the magic businesses that go in there over time. And I can't wait to see the community enjoy that, feed that, prosper from that. This is big. This is big for Freshwater.
It is. And look at DY. Look when Meriton came in. A lot of people were against the development at the beginning. But then you look at it a year down the track, it's just been sold out. The beautiful environment, where they've got the eating area. So many people just go there to have lunch on the grass. They've got the little water things. It's just... with how much hate's probably a strong word, but there was a lot of hate. I remember doing a post on it, and there was like 200 comments of a lot of people just hating on a new development coming. But then you look at it now, everybody loves it. They feel proud. Like, put it this way. Would you rather have new shops, nice looking buildings in your suburb, or old, rundown, empty? Like, seriously, do you wear old and ratty clothes, or do you wear new clothes? Yes, there is some pain to get into it while it's being built, but think of the jobs as well. So
absolutely. And look, and I think that whatever gets developed's got to be really, really harnessing the community. So I know Friends of Freshwater, very powerful committee. A community, I should say. I know, people like Frank Benici, who's in the area as well. There's a lot of key stakeholders that are in that area, and I think they stand for what the community wants. These guys. So I think respectfully working with these guys, doing something great for the suburb. We're really proud to be part of it. So. And what I also wanted to talk about, Michael, this morning was the art of a deal. To put a deal that big together on the Northern Beaches, what's required from a real estate agency, what's required from a real estate agent, and does that happen a lot? So this deal, and I want to pull this apart very quickly, this is really a deal of a culmination of strong relationships for a very long time. And I think it just goes to show again that when selecting an agent, particularly when selecting commercial agents, I think local agents on the ground have very good connections and relationships with landowners. In particular, me doing this transaction, it all comes together because I think I can confidently say, we've got a massive commercial team for the size of the Northern Beaches. And I think I can confidently say that every single one of the team members held a piece of this deal together, yourself included, our support crew, leasing teams, all those guys all had a piece to putting this together. So what a massive win for Freshwater. Freshwater, congratulations.
And I think you're right there, especially that out of the deal, especially deals at this level. It's not like residential sales where you're just doing you just do the sale. One of almost a bigger component than the actual buy was the leasing evidence, the leasing data to support the sale. So you don't see that relationship a lot in residential, but definitely commercial, definitely mixed use. So there's three components. You've got the deal there, but you've also got the reletting data and information for the commercial as is, but then you've also need the potential resale value of residential, the potential resale value of commercial. You need the current cap rate on yields and investments. You need the lease level of the negotiation and supporting data. Good morning, Admiral. Supporting data to get the sale across the line. And that's very typical in a commercial deal. Like you've got price settlement. There's so much to it.
It has been a little bit under wraps, but now it's in the Sydney Morning Herald and been spoken about. Mr. Zarkos being the vendor and a couple of comments there of a gentleman of a purchaser, but it's absolutely true. I got to say, something that's been racking my brain on this particular deal is why I care so much for it. And I know we've had this conversation, particularly the last couple of days, you and me, Michael, about why, like, it seems like an agent doing a deal like this, and I think a good agent doing a deal like this, you hold it very close to it's relationship based. It's almost like the way a good agent does business is almost like a marriage, and it's almost like you hold it close to your heart, and it's almost like and seeing something born is almost like a baby, isn't it? When you see this get developed in time, which it will, because this has got the potential to be $70, $80, $100 million development when it's completed. But that's something that really got me. That I think dealing in freshwater for over 25 years, being in the Northern Beaches, our family for over what I guess you could say 80 years, in real estate for 60, 70 years as a family, my father and me. Like, I think you just find that really, I don't know, there's something really cool about that when this gets changed, people will go past and I'll be able to say I helped facilitate that. I find that really cool.
Yeah, and it's also, it shows a level of skill in the field, because a typical residential agent selling houses and apartments would not be able to sell this. Commercial is like just the unknown child in real estate. So you can sometimes, I think, it's just a good pat on the back, really. Like a commercial agent can sell a house, but a residential person can't necessarily sell a commercial property, and especially at this level, it's like everyone can drive a car, but it doesn't mean you can drive a 16-gear truck. It's just a whole nother level. So you're proud of it, and you want it the best thing for the suburb. Like living there for so long, having empty shops there for so long, and just hearing it on nights out or when you're out for dinner, going, "Oh, I wish something else would go there. I wish." So you just know it's going to have a good chain reaction for the area. Yes, there may be some short-term pain with under construction, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of feedback in the DA process, but that's why you get the opportunity to speak. And you can always call us and say, "Hey, I'd love to have this business there. I'd love to have this business there. What do you think of that?" And we'll do our best to find it.
Well, that's it. And look, I think there's an opportunity for leasing there now, which is very, very cool, to position your business there for short or long term. Positioning it there for long term would require you to go in, do a setup, and then potentially come in once it's developed in a couple of years' time. But it is take a little break till it gets built. But I think that, Michael, it goes back again to relationships. Like, if you look at so much. It wasn't a deal of marketing, or advertising, and you can see that the owner attempted to do the marketing and advertising from a city agent, And then you can see it turned on a dime to a deal of relationships and to experience, where had a very experienced purchaser
And local.
and local agent and seller coming into it. But I think it's a nut that many people tried to crack over a very, very long time. But I believe that was owned in the same family for 60 to 70 years. Those what we're talking about this morning, guys, if you just tuned in, is
I believe his dad owned it, bought it when he immigrated to Australia.
Yeah, his dad went through the family, but we're talking about probably the biggest sale in 2020 on the Northern Beaches. We're glad to be part of it and to facilitate that deal. But sold.
Done. Well, you'll be, I think that's it. You'll be back for breakfast with Novak in 8:30, so everyone tune in then.
All right. Congratulations, Michael.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Freshwater. Congratulations, Mr. Buyer.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
And Mr. Seller. See you, everyone. Yes. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.